Well, welcome back here to Law Call. We've got a guest joining us by phone this evening. We've got Gina McDonald. She is a Birmingham bankruptcy attorney. Hey, Gina, how are you?
I'm great, Tiffany. How are you guys?
Hey, Gina. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Absolutely. I always love coming on your show and talking.
Well, Gina was kind enough to give me a call this week because there's some things that she is doing and other folks are doing to help small businesses. And there's some very new bankruptcy law that Gina's very familiar with and has been kind enough to come on board and talk with us about it tonight.
Right. You know, when I typically come on the show, I talk about Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 for individuals. But with this COVID-19 and so many small businesses finding themselves having to make the decisions or whether to shut down or to try to keep struggling along, I thought it might be beneficial to let people know that there is a new subchapter of the Chapter 11 in Bankruptcy Code that allows smaller businesses to file Chapter 11. You know, when we think about Chapter 11, we think about, Macy's, Neiman Marcus just filed, JCPenney's is contemplating filing. Those are complex, big, expensive cases. But what does a small individual person do? Someone that maybe runs a lawn and garden or a small retail store, what do they do during these times when their income has stopped coming in if they want to survive this and continue to operate?
Gina, let me ask you just a very basic question. If a small business owner is out there tonight watching the show and they want to keep doing business, but they need some help, can you help them with this new bankruptcy law and help them stay in business and keep operating?
Absolutely. The Small Business Reorganization Act, which, like I said, it became effective February 20th of this year, ironically, and it enables small businesses to go into the bankruptcy court system and get that automatic stay that protects them from their creditors, but they still get to operate and maintain control of their operations and their assets. It's a program that lasts between 3 and 5 years. It's a very inexpensive Chapter 11 as opposed to the other Chapter 11s that we sometimes do for people. And it's also kind of fast-tracked. It goes a lot quicker from start to finish than a big, complex Chapter 11. And I think it's just perfect for some of these businesses who want to continue to operate. They've decided that their heart's still in it. They want to get relief from their creditors just a minute so that they can reorganize and then keep moving their business forward in this new world that we're living in.
Well, Gina, that just sounds so good for so many businesses. I know there are a lot of businesses out there that were doing just fine before the pandemic, and they've gone through this with the rest of us and probably are in financial need, but probably could reestablish that good business with a bankruptcy like this.
Absolutely. They can reorganize their debt, put the brakes on for just a little bit, and pay the debt out over 3 to 5 years while still operating their business. And, so it's not as complicated. I equate it more to a Chapter 13 that an individual would do. It's not nearly as complicated, and as I said, it's a very fast-paced, and it's a less expensive way for a business that wants to continue to operate to get bankruptcy relief than going into a big Chapter 11 case. The fees are less as far as going forward in a case, and attorney fees are a lot less as well. It's an excellent option. Some people just may want to throw the towel in, and there's a plan for that in bankruptcy as well. But my hope is that many, many businesses will survive this, and Chapter 11, the new code, will help them survive this.
And Gina, for someone to visit with you and get you to do an analysis for them as to whether this new bankruptcy law could help them in their small business, how expensive is that initial meeting if they want to come and talk to you?
My firm doesn't charge for a consult at all for any bankruptcy-related matter. And I believe most bankruptcy firms in town, we all will do a bankruptcy consultation for free. And a lot of us are also doing virtual consults now where we don't have to have the client come into our office just to talk to us. We just require that they fill out some documents in advance. And it's better for the client, and it's better for my staff, and it's better for me. And we can still get that analysis done, but it is completely free to find out what your best options are.
And Gina, we've been talking a lot tonight about the court system and about how the courts are continuing to operate, not having jury trials, of course, but we're continuing to push cases forward. So I think it's important to let everybody know that if you meet with them and that bankruptcy can help a small business, you can still get that filed tomorrow, can't you?
Absolutely. We can turn a case around within only a few hours. The automatic stay goes into effect immediately and protects them from creditors trying to take their assets, garnish bank accounts. And we're doing, we're doing virtual court as well. I heard you talk about the state court system.
Mm-hmm.
The bankruptcy court system is under the federal district court. I haven't been to court in 8 weeks. We've done everything by telephone, and honestly, it's been wonderful. I've done a Chapter 11 hearing by telephone. I've done meeting of the creditors by telephone, and it's great for the client too because they can call in wherever they are.
Yeah. All right. Well, Gina McDonald, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. We always appreciate you coming in on the show. And as I told you right before the segment began, we will have you in person as soon as we can. So thanks again. We appreciate your expertise. We're going to take a break. Are you there? Okay. There's our information. Gina, we are sharing your name and number here with our folks, our viewing area. So if you would like to contact Gina McDonald, you can do so, and her office number is 205-982-3325. or GinaMcDonaldLaw.com, and as she said, she's working.
Oh, she does a great job too.
Give her office a phone call, and they'll be happy to help you out.